In studio right now from Heritage Logging is Gerry. Gerry, good morning. How are you?
Morning, Bill. How you guys doing today?
Good. You are we want to start off. I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
And we'll get to those personal questions after. I like having people like you in because I don't get charged. I just ask as many questions like having a doctor in, right?
Right.
He's the tree doctor.
I tell a lot of my clients that my knowledge is free. It's my work that'll cost you.
Okay. All right.
So,
Well, that's good.
And you said that it's interesting. A tree doctor. You are. Talk about your credentials in trees.
As an arborist, basically I'll show up on your property. You say, well, what's wrong with this tree? It doesn't have any leaves. Okay, well, you killed it because you drained your pool next to it and all the chlorine killed it. I'm going to figure out what's wrong with the tree, why, and tell you what you did wrong generally.
Now, we have a maple. Okay, now I'm asking questions. Now.
Yeah.
You got me into it. We have a maple tree, one of the kinds of maples. It's I don't know what kind it is, but it's a maple tree, and we decided to keep it next to the pool that we had installed 2 years ago. So I'm assuming when they dug up the pool, we wanted to leave the tree. I'm sure they took out a lot of the root system. So what ends up happening is right around it's the leaves are coming on late in the spring.
Yep.
And then
the early in the fall.
but I'm seeing a lot of twigs up at the top, even during the summer, where there are no leaves.
It's dying back.
Oh boy,
You got
dying
into
back.
You got into the
So I haven't
roots.
Killed it. You don't
It's trying to survive. It's killing itself back to. It's cutting off the wounded limb. Basically.
Okay, got it. So we might be okay with that tree. We might not. It did. It flourished as the summer went on, but boy, it took a while.
Do you
Just
save
watch
it
it.
by cutting off the dead parts?
Sometimes it does help. Sometimes there's too much damage.
Okay. If anybody has any questions on trees or bushes or any of that stuff, you have knowledge on all of that stuff. Is it arborist?
Right, he's the guy.
As far as around your house or in the woods, anywhere.
Okay, 315-736-0186. Last winter storm, we lost a lot of trees. I'm sure you were very busy in the spring, that wet snowstorm that came on.
It takes down a lot of limbs.
Was it Heart Run and Walk?
Yeah.
Friday.
It was March 1st, yeah.
I had a white birch go down, and actually Manasseh came over and we chopped it up, but I left the trunk basically there.
Yeah,
and
she has some suckers starting to come back.
So now
up.
they're coming back up. It looks like a bush right now.
Yep.
What should I do to it? And is it going to turn into? Is that tree coming back?
They will come back off a healthy stump. They will come back.
I bet it's 6. It's probably almost 8 feet tall right now.
Yeah. Let it grow for a little bit until you get some more dominant leads on
Okay.
it, and then you can cut away the less dominant ones, let them flourish.
Got it.
It takes a little bit longer to develop a decent tree from what you call that bush.
Yeah. And so should I put like a little, what are those, the little...
the snow huts over top of it?
Snow hut. Should I put something over that this year?
It wouldn't hurt if you're really trying to save it.
Yeah, I'd really like to save it.
Interesting.
You know,
Is
The
that
white
the one
birch
that twisted? Remember the one
it
you
twisted.
said that twisted?
Yeah, it didn't break. It twisted and
White
came
birch
down.
are very susceptible to this heavy snows, even heavy ice, hard rains. They will fold and bend. You'll see them come right down, pretty much touch the ground sometimes.
Yep. And the thought was maybe it'll come back up, but this thing had twisted to the point where there was no. I was going to try to pull it up and brace it, and I had all these plans. Then my wife said no. Welcome to my life.
She saved you a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
though.
she probably did. Let's do John in Bridgewater, who has a question for Gerry. Gerry's with Heritage Logging. What's your phone number, Gerry? If people have questions.
796-2941, or visit the website, heritagelogging.com.
All right, John, what do you think?
Hey, Bill. Hey, Gerry, I live out near Bridgewater. I got almost 5 acres of land, and I'm surrounded by ash trees. A lot of them have some kind of disease, I guess they call it.
There's two different things going on with the ash. There's one that we've had for a while. It's basically a fungus that's killing the ash. And then obviously we have the emerald ash borer that basically started in Detroit, at least in the United States. It came from China, came in the packing materials. There's a whole other, we can get into that discussion later.
Yeah, that mulch and all the stuff that's coming from far
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
So
I got another question.
Well, hold on. Let him answer this one for you there, John.
So your question is on those, you're saying they're already sick.
Yeah.
Should you harvest them?
Well, there's no leaves. I know they're dead, but I was wondering, do you guys cut them down and then turn them into lumber for log, or like for building?
That's part of what's going on right now. The ash, if it's already dead, they've already lost their leaves. We've probably already got a very dark heart in it. It's going to be hard to sell that as a saw timber because of the current tariffs and the way the systems are.
You literally can take a screwdriver, I lost 8 ash trees in Ilion.
Well, I got another question.
Terrible. Well, hold tight. We're going to get you to that. But you can literally put a screwdriver right through it. Once you and that'll show you that it's like really rotted to the point where it's not worth
that's
anything.
useless, even for firewood.
Yeah. Do you burn it? Or even for firewood, it's not even.
Once it's punky, it's pretty much useless.
All right, John, next question.
Okay, now I do have other ash trees that are huge. They're thriving. They're good. Do you log them?
Yes.
Just to cut them down and get rid of them?
What I've been basically told by the DEC is take what you can get now. We're not going to be able to stop this bug.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
terrible.
interesting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get rid of them now, John.
So how would I set up? How do you work that? I set up an appointment, and you come up and look, and you tell me.
Contact me. I'll come cruise the woodlot. Cruising woodlot means I walk through. I see what you have. Generally, when I cruise a normal lot, I am looking for invasive species as well. Looking for any other damages that have been done to your woods, so we can when we're done, make the best woods we can for you.
Smitty, will you grab his number?
Okay.
And
And John, did the bark come right off your ash trees?
The bark is on there, but it's all this slimy green, like it looks like
a lichen.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
But no, the bark is still there, except for on a couple of the other trees down back by the creek.
Okay. All right, hold on tight. We're going to give you. We're going to get your number so he can call you, John. Sit tight. Mine, the bark came right off, and you could see all these squiggly marks.
Yeah, it's called the gallery. It
And
looks like little S's.
Those
going
were
back and
yep,
forth.
and those were.
That's the emerald ash borer.
So how about I call the DEC? They come in, and I'm like, so what should I do? And he's like, I don't know. Why did I call you?
There's
And
really
I don't think
nothing
it's.
we
He
can
said,
do
I don't think
about
it's.
it.
I don't think it's the ash borer. I said, look at all the squiggly marks. It's exactly what I see on the web. And those trees went fast. You first started seeing the leaves kind of die at the top, and then they were dead.
The young trees will go within about 2 years of infestation. A young, say like a 6 to 10 inch tree,
Fast.
within 2 years of infestation, they're done.
Yeah.
Your larger, 24-inch DBH, 30-inch DBH ashes, they can survive for another 4 to 5 years.
So how small are these bugs? Are they like termites?
About
or
the
are
size
they...
of a dime.
Oh, okay.
I never saw
roughly.
one of them, but I could see the squiggly marks all over the. Once the bark fell off, you just knew that it was.
Anywhere from a dime to like a quarter, somewhere in that size range.
Gerry,
Wow.
Jerry's on in Frankfurt with a question for Gerry. Go ahead, man.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Got a question. I got about 10 acres of property with several cherry trees on it. One of them is probably about 40 feet tall, and the first 20 feet is about 4 foot, maybe 3 or 4 foot in diameter. And just wondering what I should do with that. Yeah, it's really big. And just wondering what I should do with that and who to contact to harvest that. And thanks for the question, and I'll take the answer off the air.
All right, cool. All right, Gerry and Gerry.
All right, Jerry. Well, cherry trees are one of our most valuable hardwood species we have in the Northeast.
Sounds like this is good. This is big.
It sounds big.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything against Jerry, but a lot of times people call and tell me that, and then they don't really quite understand DBH, diameter,
Okay.
chest level. They say it's 4 foot, and I get there, it's more like 20 inches.
Okay, all right.
But if it is 4 foot, you really probably want to harvest that right away. Cherry has a natural progression. It gets what's called red rot. Basically, the center of the tree starts to die out, turns to powder, and eventually goes bad. And
Is
there's
that valuable?
evidence.
Is that valuable for him?
Yes, this
Oh,
is a
okay.
valuable tree. Current prices, he should be able to average about 85 cents a board foot, up to 90 cents a board foot, depending on who he sells to.
Okay.
I'm the guy I go to log. I'm the guy I go to find out, okay, is this one worth taking down? Should I take it down? And then I'll market the timber for you. I have buyers come in after we get the trees down, pulled out, set the logs. I cut the best log I can find out of each tree, as many logs as I can make out of each
All right.
tree.
So if
and
somebody
I bring
wants
in
to
buyers.
you want to make some money off of a tree, you're the guy to call.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I had a black walnut.
I just did a bunch of them the other day.
They have value too, right?
They're the highest value we have in New York State.
Okay.
A couple I just did a job for in Clinton. We took down 3 of them. They weren't very big trees, but I was able to get them back. I charged them $900 to take these trees down. I climbed them, took them down, chipped, cleaned up, full, beautiful lawn, them all done. Charged them $900 for the job on that portion of it, and they got $1,000 back
Wow.
for
How
the
about
trees.
that?
I want to tell you something, too. I did have Jerry do some work for me, and I actually had him do an estimate on my mother's property. She got an estimate of like $3,200. He came in, same work, same project, and everything the same. It was $1,000.
Wow, well, that's pretty awesome. I want to ask you about the tariffs. How is it affecting the lumber industry? That's one of the things we wanted to talk
There's
about.
two sides of it.
Yeah.
And it's from both two different countries, Canada and China. Canada, it's the softwood market is where those tariffs come into effect. China is the hardwood markets.
Right.
I deal mainly myself. I do a lot of the hardwoods. Hard maple, soft maple, cherry, the birches, all those. For a long time with the Chinese markets, they've been dominating our hardwoods. It's whatever they said goes, whatever we want, and that's the market followed wherever they wanted.
Yeah.
So now with the tariffs and the tariff wars, well, fine, we're not going to buy your stuff now, and so now it's dropping prices, and it starts at the low end. A lot of the big companies aren't taking the number 2 and 3 logs, which is your bottom. You start at veneer, primes, selects, and then to your low grades 1, 2s, and 3s, which is your flooring products.
Yeah.
Like any market, once your bottom falls out, everything's got to fall to it. Since we're not even taking some of these logs anymore, nobody's buying them. They're getting backed up. So now the yards, okay, we're going to cut back on what we're buying. We're not going to buy so much. We got to lower our prices. They can't get stuck with the product.
Sure.
They got to be able to move it.
So it's killing your business right now.
It's slowing it down a lot.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Which, by the way, there's a lot of lumber. I mean, you get up, look into like Stratford and out that way and into the North Country. This is big business up here.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, actually, North Country doesn't have that good of wood compared to what we have here in Central New York. We have some of the best hardwoods in the world.
They have the pines up there, right?
They have pines. I mean, they're still harvesting a lot of hardwoods, too, but it's all mostly pulp.
Got it.
They don't really have the quality that we have down here.
I just want to mention, because we're just about
Is
out
that
of
because
time.
of temperature and snow and stuff? More?
More up there is because they ravaged the woods for so many years in the Adirondacks. If you go back and look at our history, you can find stuff about the Adirondack logging, and they just ravaged it too long.
I am out of time, and we do want to come back and do this again. I want to get you back because I think that a lot of people have a lot of questions about just the simple tree in their backyard.
Yeah, can I just mention as well, we are out of time, but you do 24-hour. You'll come in January, cut down a tree if there's a problem. And I've mentioned this before, the emergency service. If you get this heavy, wet rain, snow, whatever, punctures your roof in your house or your garage, you'll come in the middle of the night, make it watertight. Gerry at Heritage Logging.
24 hours,
Pretty cool.
365 days a year.
Should I talk to my white birch? Will that help?
No.
Say nice things to it? Because there's people that believe that. You know?
They probably
Hello there,
do.
white birchy. Gerry, thank you, man.
Thank you.